What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It is me, Hugh Steph, and this is Billionaire Talking. Today, we have a reaction video of Cam and Mase clowning Dame Dash. This is a video by my man's Hot Spills. I did another video of his where he took random clips and put them together and clown Jim Jones, I believe. So I just wanted to shout out his channel or their channel, whoever they are. This is where I'm getting it from because you got to show love to the other content creators. But yeah, man, I haven't seen it yet. This is my first time reacting to it with y'all. And a few seconds in, it's already looking funny. So I'm looking forward to the laughs that's coming. But before we get into the video, I need y'all to take a close look and you'll see a like button and a subscribe button. If you could hit those for me and also leave a comment, I would truly appreciate it. It helps the channel grow and I'm really loving doing these videos for y'all. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video.
Killer was good, man.
Murder was good, man. How you doing, man?
Chilling, man. Had a long weekend, man.
Did you? What happened?
Yeah, man. A lot of stuff, man.
Like what happened over the weekend?
So do this Fredo shit. Cam going up against me is like Fredo going up against Michael Corleone.
Fredo, you broke my heart.
You never believe a liar when the liar calls someone else a liar. It's just like an oxymoron. You know what I mean?
Yo, hold up. Did the cat say what I think it said? Bro, I told you, bro shot out with these edits, man. Bro funny as hell. And then the 50 Cent clip that they slid in there with the middle finger. This shit funny as hell. Let me just play it for y'all. My bad.
Oh,
Say,
man.
yo, what the fuck?
Well, that's what bothered me. I'm like, yo, you gonna try to make my children uncomfortable to make me uncomfortable? That's what a flea does. Not a fly guy. A little nasty, disgusting, dirty flea. And that's why homeboy calls himself Flea. Fredo Flea.
Yo,
I'm too old to be fighting. But from what I know about Cam, that's not him. He doesn't fight. He's not a physical guy like that. Pause. And, you know, that's a low-life fight. He's a Stugats. That's what we call guys like him. When you start off honorable and end up unhonorable, and you go to the other side, you a Stugats. So that's also his new name, Stugats, or Fredo, or Cameo. But he's a Stugats.
It seemed like Dash must have been watching The Godfather lately or something. It's sad to see Dame end up like this. It's like the guy was once the head of a company and now he's the bitter old guy that's pointing fingers at all the guys he, I ain't gonna say put on, but he was around and did business with. And now they succeeded him. It's kind of sad, man, because Dame has, as far as the attitude to get shit done, he had that. He had the hustle, he had the drive, he had the means, but I think the execution is where he fell short. You know what I'm saying? Things just didn't pan out how they should have. And it's unfortunate looking at this guy in his current state, you know, just very bitter and allegedly broke.
You've been around honor, you know honor, but you choose the other side, man. You was always on the other side. You understand what I'm saying? For real.
yo, you think I don't feel bad that niggas having nightmares? Listen, man. Yo, listen, bro. I don't want to do this to people. Like, yo, for you to wake up and I ain't say niggas' names or people name and they just bring my name up randomly out of nowhere, you be like, huh? When niggas be saying that shit to me, I'll be like, still? Man, it gotta be slow. It's slow out there, man. It's a drought. I know it's a drought. It's slow, man. Get the algorithm. Say my name. Get the algorithm jumping, nigga. It's all good. I ain't even knocking it. But I do apologize if I'm wrong. I don't know. A lot of times when I'm wrong, that's the whole problem with it. I just don't know. You know, Sin is one of them niggas that think I'm one of them niggas talking about, yo, I ain't shoot you, you ran into them bullets. I ain't that nigga. I ain't that nigga, man. Come on, bro.
Why is everyone that talks so much so sensitive when you say their name, but they can say everybody else's? It's clown shit.
Picture perfect world. That's why.
Stay over there, B. You one of them now. You know? Charlemagne's and these type of people. And Vlad, this nigga had Vlad on his show. That's when I knew something wasn't right. Steve Stout, Vlad, like everybody, but none of his homeboys. Just niggas that we beefing with us. And then he turns on us. Pause. And then now he's Fredo Stugotz.
I do want to issue an apology, though, that without putting hands on nobody, without nobody physically getting harmed, without me doing any damage to anybody, family, or anything like that physically, that I mentally torture these niggas, man. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't know I'd do this to these niggas. That it goes on for months and years. That I mentally abuse you by just being me. It's mental abuse seeing me, huh? It is, huh? Me and my big $60,000 teeth.
If something's too perfect, that means it's completely wrong.
Yeah, everybody wants to be picture perfect all the time.
Exactly.
It's not a perfect world.
At all. Anything that's picture perfect is spooky because it's scary. It's a lie.
You know how you in a conversation and your homeboy telling you about the beef or issues that they got, or even a homegirl, and you just pretty much like, word, yeah. It's crazy. That's how dude coming off. He kind of like, all right, shit, we here. I'm just gonna let this nigga talk, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no smoke with nobody, but go ahead and air your shit out, cuz. That's how it's looking.
All this 6-7 minute dialogue that we having is 3 weeks for him. I see how it works now. I see he'll chop it up, respond, go on all the dialogue, shout out to all the dialogue. And yo, Kim is like, yo, bro, I've never seen a nigga that I would have had genuine love for try to discredit somebody's character so bad for the algorithm.
If 50 came to Cam months ago before we were beefing and brought up Paid in Full and even offered the position of doing anything with Paid in Full without telling me, if I'm not the first call, then he's a sucker to me. Because I know if 50 came to me and said, I'm doing Killer Season without Cam and would you want to be a part of it, the first call I would make, even if we beefing or not, I would have called Cam out of respect. But that's called backdooring your friends. And you never backdoor your friends.
I'm not gonna lie, I can respect that. That's respectable. But honestly, everybody different, you know, depending on the beef, the situation, and the history. There are situations where it's like, hey, in his example, say y'all beefing, and depending on how deep it go, if 50 was to reach out and do a Killer Season and bypassed Cam to go to Dame, and Dame didn't tell Cam, I mean, at the same time, there's no rules, you know, when y'all got beef. But again, it depends on how deep the beef goes. Pause. Super pause. What the fuck?
Pause. You know, the thing I said about him and Big L, that shit was true. I put that on everything. I'm not going to just make that shit up. But it did happen. I'm sure L told people. I was on my way to the hill, me, him, and Big L. And I made a left on Amsterdam into a checkpoint, and I didn't have a license. But at that time, they didn't really always lock you up, but they sometimes did. So I was like, yo, I think I can get out of this, but I'm just letting y'all know I got 3 bricks in the car, but I'll wear it. Cam started crying, man.
You never told me about you and Big L and Dame being in the car.
Well, yeah, yo, I seen that. I didn't know me, Big L, and Dame was in the car together.
And he told us right then and there that he would put himself in PC. Dad, I'm putting myself in PC. Me and Big L like, what? What?
I didn't even know that me, Big L, and Dame have ever been in the car together.
Oh, man.
You know what's great? I was going to save that for my show because I didn't want to get into this.
So we went to the side and was like, you know, afterwards, we were laughing, but we were like, I was like, I will never hustle with him. He's a ball player, and he does music. So I never really, he's a civilian. But you can't be saying you the best that ever did it in Harlem, and you never sold drugs. And if you had to go to Ohio after you was a rapper, that's not the best that ever did it. How dare you say some shit like that?
Now, I'm going to say for totally, but I didn't know that nigga was such a liar. Like, you know how your man is your man, so you probably don't be annoyed. Like that's your man. You be like, nah, you just hate us. I didn't know this nigga lied like that, man.
But there's a lot of things that he probably is scared I'm going to say, which is why he's trying to discredit me all of a sudden. But I can tell you right now, that is illegal. You can't call somebody a liar that's not lying, especially when it comes to business. And that's another thing, you know?
Yeah.
First of all, let me tell you something. And last I'm saying to talk Flea, but Mase, no.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, bro. Big L is not your man. This whole shit don't even make no sense. First of all, I'll say this real quick because we got to move on. Me, you, and Big L going to get drugs or riding around Harlem don't even sound right. Big L didn't fuck with you. I tried to plug you into Big L when you wanted to sign him when he started his own label, Flamboyant. And y'all was trying to sign him. But Big L brother, Big Lee and Reg, they didn't like you. If you had 3 bricks in the car, or you was on the way to get 3 bricks in the car, or on the way to get bricks, whatever fucking lie you told, story you told, you wouldn't have made it home. Big L lines niggas. Mase, right?
Yeah. Yeah. He lied me. So,
Yo, Big
you
L.
got a point there. Yeah, you quick on your feet.
Big L lines niggas like barbers, my nigga. You wouldn't have made it home, my nigga.
And the only thing I'm always lying about is something that no one else saw if that person's not on this planet.
Stop, yo, it's really, you going out bad, bro. Stop lying, my nigga. Me, you, and Big L have never been nowhere to get no work or had no work or stopped in a checkpoint or nothing, my nigga. You going out bad, but I'll just sit on talk with Flea Murder. But yeah, man, you might need to say a prayer for me.
Yeah.
You know, when it, and you know, again, a liar calling someone else a liar that's only known for telling the truth. He himself said, I don't know you for lying, so why would I start lying now over him? We don't fold. We have a pride. We're bosses. Right?
Yep.
Ha! Ha! Ah! Oh! You're looking like your father!
Bro, they gotta they gotta chill with the edits. I don't want to keep laughing while it's playing because the way my recording is set up is like a little weird. But anyway, I'm trying not to laugh too hard, but yo, Hot Spills, you are tweaked out with these edits, G. You are all the way tweaked out.
To me, this has been one big setup. I will say that. I think this whole from the jump is a setup, bro. Dame is beefing with 50 Cent on the internet. I bump into 50 Cent. 50 Cent sees me and be like, Killer, what's up, nigga? Getting some money. You know, oh, nigga, what you used to do back in the days, pat nigga pocket, you getting that money? Cool. Me and 50 good. We ain't got no problem. Dame calls me and says, yo, I seen 50. How you gonna let him pap you? This is verbatim what Dame said. I'm telling the audience verbatim. Yo, I seen 50, you and 50. How you gonna let them pap your pockets? That ain't Harlem.
Harlem niggas don't do the Pat Pat Club. When you see niggas from Harlem, just give them a pound.
You down with the Pat Pat Club?
We not in the Pat Pat Club.
How you down with the Pat Pat Club letting niggas pat your pockets?
Yo, why he giving you the Pat Pat?
I said, Dame, you crazy, whatever, man. However you want to say it's crazy, man. He says, me and 50 going through something on the internet right now. You mind if I bring that up and say that he was patting your pockets? I said, Dame, I don't give a fuck. Now, mind you, pause this story right there. If you gonna say something about 50 cents, what are you calling me for to get my okay if you're beefing with 50 cents? You shouldn't even have to call me about that if you're gonna be talking about 50 cents. Dame.
And you know it's crazy because as the famous Charlemagne or the Breakfast Club interview where Dame was on there calling everybody a chatty patty and whatnot, the fact that if this is true, right? If you go on here asking to speak on another man in his absence, especially for clout, that look kind of crazy. So that's why this whole thing with Dame Dash being the boss and all this stuff is falling apart, because it's like, bro, that's right. That right there, that's some crazy shit. That's crazy. But hey, it's in you. It's in a lot of people, you know. It's just a matter of what's gonna make you crack and fold.
Dame gets on the blog and says, yeah, and this nigga Cam let 50 Cent smack him on the ass.
You know, 50 patted him on his hips twice. He gave him a pat. So I'm like, yo, why are you smacking Cam on his ass like that? Pause, what, in this environment?
Not the Pap Club, not the pockets. Which, Cam, that ain't Harlem. How you let a nigga smack you on the ass? But then again, what you supposed to do when a big, strong nigga come over and slap you on the ass? I'm like, bro, that's not what I agreed for you to say. So when he said it, I'm like, yo, why would he say that? I called and asked you. I asked you, could I say that? That's not what you asked, could you say, because I wouldn't agree to that. I did not agree to that. But I didn't say anything. I ignored it. I ignored the whole I just didn't pick up the phone for the nigga because I'm like, so now after that, he does another interview.
And you letting 50 smack you on the hips? And y'all chilling? Something must be going on. A Harlem nigga never lets anybody smack him on the hips, on the ass.
So at this point, you can see like the narrative. Like Dame does this whole a Harlem nigga does this, never says this. Whole time, you the loudest one in the room. And usually you'll notice that the person that's the loudest in the room saying what should, could, and what I say is law is usually the one that's doing the thing that they're telling other people that they shouldn't do. Like you're in these interviews and you're spilling information that either one, people don't really know about, or you're twisting the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Which is, it's a good thing that Cam is still alive today to give his side of the story. But this is how, especially in the age of social media where shit is so crazy, where you can just lie and then there's AI to make people look crazy and do things that they ain't do. It's like, you add into the fuckery by putting this narrative out there. That shit ain't cool. That shit ain't Harlem. I had to use that real quick. Damn, man, what happened to you? But you know what? This is what it looks like when you're bitter. Even in the midst of being able to be cordial with someone, you know, y'all not friends, y'all more of an associate level, and there's still some type of bitterness there. This is the type of shit that someone would do to you. Because they respect you. They don't fucks with you, but they respect you. Or there's some type of line there. I don't know if it's respect or they just fucks with you. But either way, it's that shit whack.
Not even in ball, be like, yo, stop, chill, don't smack me on my ass.
I've never known Dame to be a liar, but the way he was mixing the truth with the lies, bro, that's really, really, really disappointing to see how he was mixing the lies with the truth. And I'm like, bro, I ain't know this nigga was a liar too. He never lied, man. Once I said I didn't like Honor Up, this nigga got personal. But to me, it was all a setup anyway. Bro, I ignored you for wild interviews, and then I say Honor Up is whack, and he go on this campaign.
I think the narrative should be stop talking about Damon so much if you don't want to hear Damon talk.
You come talking about me with an eye patch and no top teeth, I gotta take it easy?
But do remember, I will have teeth next week. Holla.
And what you'll notice is people trauma bond. So, you know, Fredo's been through it with me, and Charlemagne and the whole Breakfast Club, and now they're all trauma bond buddies. Pause. And again, I don't want to get you involved, but as a man, I know I've always taught you, somebody hit you, you don't even, what did I teach you about getting swung on?
Okay, so that's his son. I thought that was his son, but I wasn't sure because I don't know Dame's family tree. You know what I'm saying? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. That's his son, right? But So that makes it even funnier then. So as his grown son sitting there and may have known things, actually, I think he does know stuff because didn't Cam reach out to him one time and gave him some money? And Dame kind of got pissed out about it. So that must be him. That's probably why he just sitting there just smiling like, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's right. Listen. Ah, man. This shit hurts to watch, bro, because I had a lot of admiration for Dame, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to say 2017, before I started my studio business, I was just like, yo, I gotta get it, business, and don't let nobody own your shit and own your own. Like I'm not gonna lie, he sold me that what do you want to call it? He's not a dream, but he just sold me that. He put the battery in my back, right? Pause. That shouldn't be a pause, but y'all new kids, whatever. But I really thrived off that. That resonated with me. It's like, yo, I could really rock with this. You know what I'm saying? I start my own film company if I want. Why go over to these guys and make them rich? Let me get my own. Or any type of business that you could start in your own and put money in your pocket and take care of your people. When he was preaching that, I really had rock with that. So that's why it hurts to see him in this condition. This shit really does hurt.
Swing back.
Don't even think about it. Since the day you was born, right? So, Fredo getting punched in his face by somebody and not swinging back, doesn't address it, beefs with his homeboys, but doesn't beef with the people that actually put hands on him. It's a reflection of the man. So Charlemagne's got punched in his face and ran, and so did Fredo. Fredo didn't run, but because he didn't defend himself and thought because he's hanging out with a bodyguard that he would get a bodyguard, which is our cousin, he ended up just becoming demasculated, and it doesn't seem like he's been the same ever since. But the point is, you see how that affects someone when they get punched in the face and they don't punch back? It will bother them for the rest of their life.
I ain't gonna lie, Dame, that sound like you. Excuse me. You sound like all these Jay-Z questions and now these Cam questions and this history and business and falling short and then your image because of your teeth and stuff. It sound like you got punched and you're not punching back and it's pissing you the hell off. That's what you sound like, just being real.
I hate repeating how this started. I didn't pick the phone up. All I did was not pick the phone up, and you keep going on the internet looking for internet sympathy.
And if you're beefing with a man and you call him Curtis, but now you work for that man and you call him Fifth and you go say things like, I can't do anything till Fifth handles his business and comes back.
So when I be hearing niggas be telling me like, yo, nigga said your name, I be like, still? Not just Dame, I'm just talking about other niggas. I be like, yo, still? Nigga, got nothing to do. Go ahead, bro. I just don't.
Because maybe we trying to get to the root of the problem. We got to find out why. You don't want to know why they still talking about you? You don't never want to, you don't care?
No.
And also, even down to this journey with my teeth. You see, I walk around, take pictures. I'm seeing them take pictures and videos. I'm like, what are these niggas, 7 years old?
Sorry.
Are we missing the joke?
No, but we know niggas who teeth just be falling out. So I don't
They
know
just falling out of their mouth.
Okay, let's talk
Like
about
they
that.
didn't even have like trauma. Like they're not.
No, they're in the middle of a conversation, and then they be like, yo.
It's a plastic. Okay,
That's what
Cam, okay, because that combination was crazy. First, Cam is beyond petty. Him and 50 got to be the pettiest niggas alive. This nigga has a doctor suit on, a scrub outfit, whatever, with the it's something scope. I can't remember what it's called. In reference to the Dame situation, and then they're like, did we miss the joke? Ultimate petty. And then hospitals you in these edits, bro. You gotta chill, bro. That was perfect timing.
literally.
Okay, so then they need to start looking at implants.
Obviously, I don't care the way it looks because I'm the one that gets the picture taken. I think that shows strength.
Yeah.
I think people should show every single angle of them. Not the made up one, but the one of who you really are. It's a very transparent society we live in now because of all the social media. There's no reason to hide.
Okay.
Right. So if we're talking about their stuff is falling out.
Seriously, like.
Sorry, I don't want to laugh.
No, we don't
want to
have to.
Nah, that's okay.
No, what I'm saying is we don't want y'all to miss that we're just laughing because it's not y'all. It's a few people in mid-conversation.
Oh God.
And they try to, so that's why we.
Here's the problem is that the best treatment for missing teeth is implants. Unfortunately, a lot of people cannot
They're
afford.
expensive.
So when your teeth or dentures is like infected, it could cause something like with the brain.
Yeah.
Yes, oral infections like the bacteria that can travel throughout your mouth, and like chronic inflammation. I mean, like that is the root cause of all disease.
You know what? That explains a lot. That explains a lot. Niggas could lose their mind, basically.
It's progressive, and they're, you know, hey,
Honestly,
I start bugging out.
Yeah.
get out of here, man. Sucker.
So people will have like a perfect smile, but don't realize the bone underneath of it is actually deteriorating.
that's why you're talking to someone mid-conversation, it could just come out like,
You are a bastard for what color there?
Confidence comes not with what you look.
Yo, hospitals, you going to hell. I'm joking. I'm not religious. That was perfect timing to perfect timing. That's all.
It's how you feel.
Yeah. It's how like what's the time limit, or how many days you think somebody has to go without brushing their teeth till they start losing shit?
What? Also, I take pride in cutting it up without my teeth. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, my nigga, I took my teeth out, I'm cutting y'all. I've been at war with no teeth. But what you gotta remember, number one, I got dentures and there's diamonds, and these are temporary. This is not like this is like a Band-Aid. In 4 months, they're gonna be regular like everyone else. Again, I could have hit it. I could always show you dentures and be like, why he look funny in the face? Something's different, right? But you would just get used to it. But I'm like, nah, I want everyone to understand, like, you know, your shit's break, you gotta pull them shits out, you gotta break bone, you can't eat.
Now, I do got to ask, though, and if y'all know, leave a comment, but why or how does Dame have no teeth? That's the biggest question. And, you know, like they were saying earlier, typically people who don't take care of their teeth, they lose their teeth. So I'm trying to understand with Dame's background, the hustler, the money man, the boss, how he has this situation. You know what I'm saying? It's something's missing, something not adding up. And he don't come off like a nigga that did crack or anything like that. Absolutely not. Maybe coke, maybe. And I'm not saying he did. I'm just saying if he was to be into that, I think coke would be the choice of weapon. But I don't know how this nigga lost his teeth. That's all I'm getting at.
Shit is crazy. But at the end of the day, I take my teeth out and I will heat you up. Don't ever think I don't give a
Pause.
We can snap, and you shouldn't get mad.
Yeah.
That's the one thing we don't do, right? When we snap, we don't get mad.
No.
Be all sensitive and shit, talking about niggas all day on TV. You say one thing about them, they start crying.
I'm done with it. I'm gonna just sue you. I'm not gonna look like a clown no more.
Being that y'all in y'all field or whatever, I know y'all not supposed to judge or anything. Like you said, you got family members, they got dentists, but do y'all look at that as like the broken teeth as far as dentures, and the veneers is like a class up?
I feel like everybody should experience being broke because you realize so much more. Like,
Is she a dentist? Like an orthodontist or something? Knowing Cam, his pettiness, I'm not surprised if he purposely constructed an interview with an orthodontist on there, a well-known celebrity orthodontist, to come on there and talk about teeth and implants. Yo, Cam is diabolical, bro.
Why you think they say all that shit all the time? That I'm having such a challenging, but why is it so important for people to think that I'm not enjoying my life? Have you ever seen me struggle? You ever seen me in a little house?
Yeah.
When you gotta talk like this because you don't want your dentures to fall out, like you biting down.
I just feel like there's some things I need to say today.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. The questions he's asking is stuff that we have witnessed in the last few months. So his questions are really all legit. Like it's stuff that we've been watching.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
I have things that I want to say, and I think I want to talk clearly, so I'm not going to sit here and grit my teeth all day.
It doesn't fit, and it's moving around when they're talking and chewing, so they have to stay closed.
I don't care. Call that.
One of my issues with Fredo, just to pivot back, I keep saying I'm done, but I keep doing it, but these points keep coming up. Whenever you have a problem with a man, you talk to that man. You don't talk about that man, you talk to the man.
Contradictory. You went on a interview and lied about him. You talking about him right now. I mean, I guess because he didn't pick up the phone, but still, if that's what you're saying, then even if he didn't pick up the phone, you shouldn't even be discussing this right now on camera. This the problem that niggas got with you, Dame. Right there. That's the problem.
Especially if the man is willing to have the conversation. But this whole issue is because this dude is ducking a fair one. A verbal fair one. But either way, that's not the example that we want the younger generation to lead or see. If you have a problem with someone, you talk to them.
Now, I'm not going to lie. You talking about ducking a verbal fair one, but the thing is, you can't talk to a liar because the liar is either not listening or they're listening, but they're still going to take your words and turn them into lies. Because how many times I'm going to let you talk to me before, okay, we get to some resolve, and then you still feeling bitter or something don't go your way, and then now we get a little cool, and then now you going on interviews talking about 50 gave me the paps or smacked me on the ass, pause. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you did it to yourself. Can't nobody talk to you if you're a liar because there's no point in talking to a liar. You just gonna lie. There's no point in talking to a liar at all.
Period. It avoids a lot of problems. Men speak. Men, even if I know it might be a difficult conversation, you still have it. As long as people don't get overly disrespectful, especially when it's someone that you love or someone that's looked out for them, you got to give them grace. All right, well, this is me and my son, Boogalooks. You know.
All right, y'all. So that's going to be the video right there. Y'all leave a comment. Matter of fact, first off, shout out to Hot Spills. Yo, Hot Spills, if you see this, reach out to me. Let me know. Who are you? Let's talk. I like using your videos for content. Your shit is funny as hell. I'm not gonna lie to you. So shout out to dude. But yeah, y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about this whole Cam situation and with Dame. I know it's old, but it's just sad seeing bro go out like this because y'all was on top of the world at one point, bro. Really on top of the world, you know what I'm saying? Y'all had young black kids looking up to y'all as far as business, leadership, music, influence. Y'all had it. And now it's come to this. But shout out to Cam and Mase. Y'all doing a hell of a thing on y'all show. It is what it is. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. That's my time.